Jersey, what's going on? Yep. I was gonna wait a couple of minutes to see some other people connect to my live stream so we can start this, okay? So stand by. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going around the block in a minute, okay? All right. We got a couple of viewers already. What's going on, guys? How you doing? This is Guns or Us. Welcome to my live stream. Yep. It's getting a little cold around here. Getting some coffee. All right, I have a couple of guns here. A humble collection. I know some of you guys are so bad at stuff. B185, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome to my live stream. Black collection, notice that. Okay. What's good? What's good? Where we get shoes? What's going on? What's good? Black collection, is that Italian? Okay. I love this room to be mine. Yeah. It's a little not disorganized now since I have to have everything on the tables. Getting out of everything out of the safe because YouTube doesn't allow you to touch my own guns during a live stream. So I had to lay everything out down, and I can't put a finger on my guns. If not, my video is gonna be taken down. Oh, France. Okay, yeah. I know sounds familiar. I don't speak the language, but sounds familiar. Yeah, love the guns. And welcome to the house, to my live stream friends. Is that a WGV? No, 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 no. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. I appreciate it. B185. Let me go around the block real quick. If you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, and I would really appreciate it. I would really appreciate your support to the gun community and my gun channel. Okay, there you go. Got a scorpion in there. The scorpion is in progress. I just got my delayed blowback system done from Nexus, and I saw that they released the. Actually, I was looking for that before they release it. The lower receiver. Um, they just released one in aluminum, okay, and they got the Mac release just like an AR. So once I move that thing out of there, I'm gonna have enough part to put the original CC Scorpion together. Yeah. Kevalet Mancred. That was amazing collection. Good morning from Indonesia. Welcome to the house, Indonesia. Indonesia. Okay, how many arms can you have in U.S.? Well, if you're a Biden citizen, and obviously you don't get in trouble. Not in all the states. Some of the states have a lot of restrictions. Like I would say, like blue states, like New York. But somewhere like Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Texas, you're allowed to have as many guns as you can have. If you if you want to have 1,000 guns, you can have 1,000 guns. Yeah, but you gotta have a clean record. You have to pass the background check from the FBI and ATF. They check all your records, make sure you don't have any domestic violence or anything big. A misdemeanor. Some of them you can wait a year, and after a year, you're clear to get a gun. Yep. Let me continue. Let me continue here. Which one is your favorite? My favorite, actually, it's not the most expensive, but it's my favorite. Okay, it's the CC 75. Okay, CC 75 SP01. I love that gun. I love the shape. I love it. But my everyday carry will be my 19. Okay. All right. Let me go around the block here. Hatoki Marui. Okay. Husband say H7 say hi. What's going on? How you doing? Beautiful gun. The CC. Yes, it's beautiful gun. It's so beautiful that on other brands has some replicas from this gun right here. The shadow is a very similar gun, right? But I like the CC, the 75 SP better. This one is a better shooting, but I like this one. So I also carried recently I've been carrying the 48, which is the same thing as the 19, but slimmer. Yep. We go around the block, soft, so you guys can see everything. Like I say, I had to lay out everything in the tables. It's not the way I wish, to have everything, because I do have everything inside the box. Obviously, I would like to do like a review and show you the guns in my hands, but it's not possible. Okay, that will break YouTube rules. There you go. That's a 7.62 by 39. It's an AR-15, ARP, what they call the ARP now, pistol. In a pistol configuration, have a brace and angle grip, same as this one right here. 7.5 inches barrel. It's a 5.56 and 2.3. And this one right here, from the AK family, this is a cream cup, 7.62 by 39. There you go. And recently I got this 10 millimeters, 10 millimeters grease vector. Okay, I will be testing this pretty soon. Um, I'm recovering from a total knee joint replacement. So pretty much total knee replacement, and I'm walking already. So hopefully next week I can take a couple of guns to the range and test them. Here we have a Mac 5, which is the same as a MP5. Today I received the brace, the foldable brace. Well, no, it's not the brace; it's a stabilizing brace. And what else I received today? Oh, the plate. I received it already yesterday, the 1913. And I was expecting today the handguard that is runs all the way to the top, the rail. But I guess I'm gonna be receiving that tomorrow. Yeah, we have a Millennium G2 right there. That's my wife's gun, and we have a couple of shotguns. Couple of shotguns. All right, guys. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Support the Second Amendment. Support the gun community, and also, you will be receiving notifications from my videos. Okay, actually, me talking about the guns and reviewing the guns, gun parts, lights, red dot, scopes, all that stuff. Okay, so that's a Remington A70. It's been with me for a while. For a while. I paint this thing in Duracoat inside and out. Okay, yeah, this thing's like rust. So to prevent the rust, I even paint the tube inside. Duracoat is it's kind of like a step down from Cerakote. It's pretty hard. Yeah, there you go. We have an excellent, beautiful Beretta. Beretta is pretty good on their um, firearms finish, and it's a Beretta A300 Ultima Patrol, and it's a semi-automatic shotgun. You have a self cleaning system. Beautiful shotgun, and it's fast. Following up, we have a Benelli Supernova Tactical. There you go, the all 12 gauge. Okay, I love that Benelli. Um, it shoots many shells, like I said before. You can fit 11 in the tube and one in the head. That's 12 rounds. Here we have SDS Lynx, which is a copy of the mighty Saga 12. Okay, I had a blast with this shotgun, man. Every time I take it to the ranch, I take this bad boy right here. She will shoot anything that is in 12 gauge configuration. Here, AR-15, 5.56 223. There you go. She's a burn bronze mixed with FDE. Beautiful. I like that mix. We have two 300 blackouts. The one in the rear is a 300 blackout, 16 inches, and the one in the front is also a 300 blackout, but it's a 5-inch pistol. Bam. Bolt action over there, 308. That's a Mossberg Patriot Predator. Yeah, I'm going to get into the bolt actions. This one actually is not a expensive. It's not an expensive configuration or rifle, but I want to get something better. Okay, and also I'm thinking about building 50 Beowulf and AR-10 at 308. Yeah, I need those. All right, but something that I will be building. I'm not gonna buy the entire rifle. We got two Conics over there, TP9 SFX, and the small one is a TP9 Elite Subcompact. Okay, FNK. This one is an IWI Masada 9mm, and this one is a 5.7. This one is a Ruger 5.7. Then we have here a P320. No, this one is a P320 for the Smith & Wesson. My bad. That's a P229. That one is chambered in 357 SIG. I love that gun. Obviously, you guys know what it is. It's a 19X. It's compensated with PMM compensators, and it's the 19X MOS with threaded barrel. There you go. This is my daily carry right here. My 19X MOS. This one is the extension of my arm on my hand, my right hand. She goes with me everywhere. And or this one. Glock 17 MOS. You guys see everything on her. I have a timing trigger. Yeah. Mini compensator from Strike Industries, 300 X300 Turbo, Surefire, and Vortex Venom. Yeah, nice. Not expensive and has a nice um, warranty. No questions asked. Here you go. You got SAR 9, the famous SAR 9. I changed almost stuff in this gun right here. I love this gun. When I got it, I got the model that comes bone stock that doesn't have optic. It's not optic ready, so got a slide, got the barrel, threaded barrel, trigger, springs, recoil spring. Yeah, put a bunch of stuff on her. Like I said, this one's my favorite, CC75 SB01. And this one is a really nice and good gun right here. This is a CCP10F. F stands for full size. Yeah, it has a long grip. You can she got from factory a 19 round factory flush magazine, but she had right now a plus two, so that's 22 rounds. I already went through this one. This one is a CC Shadow 2. It looks white in the camera, but it's actually a light gray. It's called urine gray. We got the famous P320, right? And I put a safety, yeah, like Chackles, so she don't shoot me. That's an X carry module, and I did put the manual safety on her, and that's the Beretta APX Combat. Here we have a Kimber 1911-45. Yeah, I did a bunch of stuff on it. Um, Here, this one too, I did quite some modifications, and this one is the Rock Island 10 millimeters double stack. All right, you guys can see, I like that TLR9. It looks good in the long front end shot. Pistols. Here we have an FN 509. This one is the mid size. All right, flush magazine will be 15 round. Extended will be 24. There you go. Still working on this one. Hopefully I can receive the other portion tomorrow so I can change that grip and she gonna look badass. Coming in January, she's gonna be suppressed, and this one too, the 10 millimeters. Yes, sir. Let me go to the comments. Over Lexi says, hi, is the gun is the gun real? Or real? Yeah, they are real. They're not airsoft or fake. Yeah. He says, wow, can I buy your gun? No, nothing is for sale. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Says, wow. Daniel Mate, say 1566. Say hi. How you doing, man? How you doing? Welcome to my live stream. Adan First Preciado says, what's your thoughts on the Glock 29? Which one is the Glock 29? Is that a 10 millimeter shorty? I can't remember right now. Christian I9F. Say hi. What you doing? How you doing, Christian? Yeah. Siva Kumar. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Okay. I'm trying my best here. Cry. Culture man. I'm new to the gun industry. Give me a low recoil 9 millimeter for EDC. A low recoil. For EDC, I mean, they're all about the same, unless you get a ported barrel. Okay? You can get for EDC, a good one will be there's a lot of options, there's Hellcats, MMP, Glock, FN, even Canic have a good ones too. They just released a couple of new models, and they're badass. So my recommendation is go to a gun range, where they rent guns, and try a couple, all right, and see how which one fits your needs better. Okay, but there's plenty of guns in the market right now. They are pretty good. The 365, you can get a 365 compensated if you're looking for low recoil. Okay, but it's about how you manage the recoil too. Okay, these 9 millimeters, they don't have a lot of recoil. Okay, they're all very manageable. Okay, yes, unless you got a 22 or even a 57. 57 it's a good round, and it has a it has less recoil. A 380, you know. Yes, because my hands is injured right now. Okay, okay, got you. Yeah, um, yeah, but I mean, unless you get something that is compensated, and it's not gonna change a lot. Okay, it's not. You're gonna feel the difference if you shoot the same firearm, the same gun, um, without a compensator and with a compensator. Okay, but it's not gonna be a much difference, you know. But the difference is in the caliber. So if you get a 308, a 308, 308 will mess up your hand worse. Um, a 30, what is it? A 380. Jesus, I need this coffee. Yes, MMPs are excellent guns. I don't own one, but I do want to. Okay, but I have enough pistols for now. Jumping on the PCCs right now, and then after I'm jumping back on the rifles. But I want to try something different. I want a Springfield M1A, the SOCOM. That one will be a 7.62 by 51 NATO. What do you think about snipers? Uh, I mean, you- depends how what you want it for. I mean, mostly unless you are like you know really in the woods, like long. I don't know. I don't know what. I mean, are you looking for a hunting rifle? A sniper rifle would be for. I mean, I don't want to say it, but that has a specific job, okay? Which is sniper rifle is either you know to practice and have fun, or you know, yep, OM. I guess. Oh my God, or something. I don't know what is OM. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for being connected and share your time in this night with me. And if you have the time, please subscribe, support my channel first, right? And support the gun community and the Second Amendment. Okay. Right. Let me log in on this computer real quick, but I still here. Okay. All right. So one 18383. Here you go. We're gonna add some spice. We're gonna add some spice. Yeah, I was like in a slow mode already, but you pumping me up already. So one 18383. He say all fake. All fake. Well, if you say that this is all fake, obviously, obviously, you never own a firearm. Obviously. Because I mean, anybody that knows what is a gun and handle a gun will tell right away that these are real firearms. But hey, it's your opinion, Free word. Oh, yeah, that's why. Look at the flag. I mean, it's your. All right. Anyways, can believe what you want, right? It's a free country. Fake U.S. Army. Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. My knee doesn't say that. My knee doesn't say that. You know what is an airborne knee? When you have so many jumps out of the airplane, C-130, and your knees are fucked up after 19 years of service. Yeah, that's how I feel. All right. Choo choo. That dude. Yeah, I know. I know. I know he's a goof. I just that's what I say. When I'm falling asleep here, man. You can tell in my voice if you guys been in my uh live streams before. Okay, I'm kind of like slow now, but sometimes when you need a little spice, you know, some idiot to say something so we can have fun with it. All right, the dude that does little. Okay, whatever. So let's say, do you have a 300 Magnum? No, I do not have a 300 Magnum, but I want a 500. I saw one at a military base, actually at the PX, a couple of years ago, and I was about to get it, man. I was like, this thing is gonna break my wrist, but I don't give a shit. I want to get it, but no, I pass. I pass. But I need one clean. Someone. Oh, you don't know shit. Yeah. Sadly, go back. Well, I do play Xbox, because right now, obviously, I come down to my house. This is my fifth week after total knee replacement, but I'm walking. I'm walking already without a cane. I'm recovering fast. So no pain, no gain. You have to do your PT and your exercise. Get up with that fucking bed. So I'm out of the bed. I can't go wait to go next week and test my Mac 5, my 10 millimeters crease back, and this bad boy right here that I finished the delayed blowback, and I did some upgrades or updates on the not expensive build from Bear Creek Arsenal 7.62 by 39, and actually I add a compensator to my 19X. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work, right? But I can't carry that gun till I actually fire the gun and test it. Yeah, man. I mean, it's probably OCD or something, bro. Cause I know, I know. It sounds kind of like stupid. I have like four of those PIDs, right? I like it so much. They're really good light. That PID is actually brighter than the TLR1 HL. It's rechargeable, and you can use the CR123 batteries. Eat that rechargeable battery dies. Okay, pretty nice, pretty tough too. So, but I like it's like a personal satisfaction. I like to see the guns. I like to see all the guns ready to go. You know, I know I can transfer that gun, that light to that one, and use the same light. But it's a personal satisfaction. I like to have their own holster and ready to go. If I grab that gun, I go. But yeah, uh, what best being and light combo? Okay, I mean it depends. I mean, right now there's a lot of competition in the market, a lot. Okay, obviously, obviously with the Surefire X300, you cannot get it wrong, right? Or the TLR9, or the TLR1, or if you're using a short pistol, the TLR7 or the TLR7 sub, if it's a sub skinny gun, you know. But there's plenty of choices out there, and I like to try all of them. I even have all lights. No hate. Not because somebody put the all light in his mouth, and did something crazy with it. I'm pretty sure it was the battery because these CR123 batteries are not stable batteries. All right. Also have a couple of 6 hour Foxtrot 1, yeah, 450 lumens, and they are very bright. Okay. I compared those with 6 or 700 lumens. Yeah. I mean, it depends what type of gun you're using. Depends if you want the light to exceed the length of the slide. Obviously, that they have a purpose too, not just for the compensator, for the compensated guns to match the length, right? But those long lights have a purpose, right? If you're getting a close distance fight, right, and you pressing the gun against the person, and the slide move to the rear, you're not gonna be able to strike that round with the fire pin. The pistol is not gonna actually shoot. But with this having a uh, longer than the slide, it's gonna avoid that. Okay, there you go. Now you know. I don't want to offend anybody's intelligence, but that's what it is for. Okay. Or they just released a couple of months ago the Holosun PIDK, which is a 500 lumens, something like that, or 600. You know, Pretty good small light. Yes, sir. Yeah. What else? You know, I like to try, always try. Holosun. It's on the budget. Red dot, green dots. But obviously, there's more. Like the RFX 35 is a pretty good green dot from Brilliant. They use all green dots. Okay, they don't use other colors. But you can see I don't have a $600, $700 optic in my guns. Okay, I don't need to spend that much money, especially the gun. Oh, it's under $500, $600. All right, but you do you. I do me. And you, opinion, CC Shadow is the greatest competition gun. Yes, it is a wonderful gun. Wonderful gun. Actually, it's my favorite shooting gun. Okay. There is a couple of videos about the CC Shadow 2 versus the Staccato, and they go hand by hand, bro. They're very accurate. There's not a lot of recoil, and it's a nice shooting gun. Nice shooting gun. Okay. Where are all the 1911s? I'm not a 1911 guy, but I gotta have a couple of lists. So I have a Kimber Lightweight 45. There you go. And I have Rock Island 1911 double stack 10 millimeters. This thing is like butter, man. I did so much tweaking and upgrades on her that she's soft. Okay. So 8729. He's saying, what's your goal to chill for 9? Are you talking about a gun, a shell? But that would be my 19 MOS. 19 MOS. It's a perfect size. Even I have the 48, which is the same size. Sometimes I prefer this one because I like to feel the bulky, the thickness of the gun. Right? And I'm used to this gun already. I know there's plenty of better guns out there, but this is mine. Okay, there's a Hellcat, there's a 365, there's MFPs, there's the Canics, and you continue on and on. Okay, even the newer Shadow 2 compact with optic ready, it's nice too. I would like to have that one. I'm gonna get that one mill. I want to put an armor on that one. Yeah, just for the range. I don't like to carry that gun. It's too heavy. Glock 19, yes. Bobby Dynamite, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Hey, you will be a great, you will be super good doing this stuff. Yeah, man, you gotta do this stuff, bro. Yep, I recommend you doing this 100%. Yep. All right, guys. So this is my humble collection. Okay. I stopped for a while. There's other priorities in life. Like owning a house and paying off the car and a bunch of shit in life. To survive. And then this. Okay. So I stopped for a while, but now I settled down a little bit. So I start slowly again. Okay. Remember, these things are expensive and they're not free. Yeah. But that Mac 5, it will be done tomorrow, completed tomorrow, and I will be taking her to the range. Okay. That's that one. The Chris bag, 10 millimeters, two new additions to the collection. This one is ready to go. The only thing that I'm missing on this one is a suppressor, right? And I'm a cheap guy, so I'm waiting for those $200 to go away on January. I wish the whole NFA, get them dismantled, you know, and just buy the suppressor just with a regular. Well, you don't. I mean, I don't think you should even have a background check to buy a suppressor. Okay, but hey, you know how it is. We pay these idiots to take bad decisions and stab us in the back. All right. Hey, if you guys like Glocks, right? I do like Glocks, but if you really like the Glocks and Glock upgrades, this guy is a pro. You gotta see the his channel, Bobby Dynamite. Okay, I recommend this guy 100%. How many guns in total? Uh, I would say 33, 34, or something like that. I mean, I'm retired. I have to count it every time to remember how many I have. Okay, but it's growing. I give away some ones, some of them. My daughter just turned 21 the other day, and she got a new gun with optic and light and everything. My son got a 19, generation 4. Yeah, I like that crank right there. I'm working on her. Um, she's gonna get another bolt and an adjustable piston. Yeah, I'm working on the sights right now, and I will be changing the handguard. We'll be upgrading with the Midwest USA, and the the brace is gonna go for another brace in triangle shape, a foldable triangle shape brace. Okay, I can't remember the brand right now, but it's not the SB Tactical. It's actually made of metal. The SB Tactical is made of plastic. Budget 2011 sucks. Why budget 2011 sucks? Well, I mean, what you call a budget? What you call a budget 2011? I call a budget 2011 a $2,000 2011 because 2011s are expensive. Okay, especially if you're looking for a custom build, they're over $5,000, $6,000. If you're looking for a good, I'm not talking about staccato. Okay, but I'm not into that. Okay, I'm not into that. I'm more of a cheap guy, cheap guns. Um, but yeah, but staccatos are really good. I'm not saying they're good, but they're not the best in the market. Okay, if you're looking at 2011s, you're gonna see plenty of 2011s over $5,000. Okay, that's more like a reachable price. Uh, the staccato is like 2,500, and you can actually find it cheaper. But I like to tweak the guns, and actually, that's my stress killer right there. I sit at the table, do my all grades, polish the parts, and yeah, that's what I do. How many guns in total? How long you been collecting? I haven't been collecting full throttle. Like I stopped for a while. Priorities in life. But I would say 8 years after I came back from overseas. Can I see your strongest gun? Gun? They're all strong, buddy. They're all strong. They're all strong. Even the 22 will be strong. Okay. So, anyways, if you're looking, what are you looking? What you consider strong? A 45? I go 10 millimeters over 45 any day. Okay. But I carry 9 millimeters. All right. You guys can call these the ugly box, whatever. It took me a while, you know, to get into Glocks. But like I said, when you get into Glocks, man, you never go back. You never go back. Okay. So here we have a copy of the Saiga 12. This thing is a blast. Yeah, this thing cost me like $500. Obviously not with all the upgrades that I did on her, but she's a blast, man. She's a blast. Obviously, it's an AK-47 platform. And if you want some magazines that, work good in this gun, in this platform, you have to get those. I can't remember the brand right now, but you can go to my channel and actually check it out. Okay, those plastic that comes with the that configuration gun, they don't work. They do work, but you get a lot of fitting issues. If you steal them, they are free, but I won't steal them. I won't steal them. That's not even crossing my mind right now. A bazooka. Mm. I'm talking about 83 or uh, RPG. I'm a jack you. Go ahead, try, man. Go ahead and try. One thing is for sure. One thing is for sure. Right? I'm hitting for that body bag. Yeah. I don't want to get the perpetrator to sue me in court. All right. What's that rifle up there that the Bobby's asking, man? This guy I asked, I had to answer. This one, the old builds, okay? They're nothing fancy. This one is a AR AR-15, obviously, but it's a aero precision lower, and I still building up. It's a FD mixed with burn bronze. Yeah, 5.56 223. If you're talking about this rifle, this one is a Mossberg Patriot Predator 308. Yeah, Bobby, I want to get me a freaking Springfield M1A Sock'em, the 7.762 by 51 NATO. That's gonna be my next one, and I'm gonna be so happy when I get that shit. Yeah, no more Glock switches. Who said that? I mean, I guess you haven't looked. You haven't looked on YouTube or the news anymore, right? For a while, for like 3 weeks already, because it took more than less than 24 hours to jailbreak that Glock B. Okay, switches are for sale already in the streets for the Glock B. How do I order from friends? Sorry, my friend, but this is not for sale. This is just for entertainment purposes. Okay, and I cannot even touch my freaking guns right now because YouTube is a pain in the ass with their rules. Okay, I was so stupid the first time doing my YouTube live stream that I start showing the guns like I was reviewing the freaking guns in a video, you know, and I got dropped in like 3 seconds. Yeah, I don't sell my guns. This is my personal collection here. You're gonna have to reach out to a store, and I don't think they're gonna ship to France. Uh, have any 1911s? I'm not a 1911 lover, but I do have a couple, not fancy ones here. 1911 double stack 10 millimeters Rock Island, and I have a Kimber. Okay, CC isn't cheap. It's isn't cheap, but it's not expensive neither. Okay, I love CCs. 2011 Prodigy. Yeah, it's a good firearm. 9 millimeter Prodigy double stack. All right, guys, let's take a break real quick. All right, before I continue, smash that like button. If you are on the phone, double tap the screen so I can get some likes. I know I had 62 viewers right now in my live stream, so smack that like button so I can get the same numbers. The 62, same number on the right. Okay, and also subscribe to my channel. Right, subscribing to my channel, you will be supporting the gun community, not just me. Right, I always go around see these young folks doing their videos, and I 100% subscribe to their channel and try to motivate them too. Okay, because I prefer these guys exercising the Second Amendment than being in the street selling fucking drugs. Okay, so they're doing the right things, and if they are on YouTube, that means they are legal. Okay, because you gotta be you can bet that ATF looked me up already and the FBI. Okay, so I'm not in jail because this is some legal shit. Okay, love that fact. And for a Bobby bag. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's obviously, guys. I I pray to God that nobody cross that door. Okay, the last thing that I want to do is take somebody's life, either with a gun, with a knife, a sword, whatever the fuck is the weapon that I'm using. Okay, but you know, you know what you're doing if you're knocking somebody's door in United States. Okay, you gotta be really stupid. Okay, or you don't give a fuck and you're risking everything. So with that mentality, somebody breaking your door, they go full throttle. They're gonna do whatever it takes, you know, to do some damage to your life and your loved ones. So look at this as a tool, right? To protect your family. You're the man of the house. You're the mom, the single mom, that are the protector of your kids. You know what I mean? If somebody breaking your house, what you gonna do? You're gonna run to the last room of the house and hide. They're gonna find you, right? And pray to God that these guys don't do the worst. I don't want to say this, but you can use your imagination, or you can just look at the regular news around. You know, so you don't have to have this many guns. You don't have to have this many guns. Okay, but at least you gotta have one. All right, at least you have to have the chance to fight back. That doesn't mean that you're gonna win, but at least you can fight back. Okay, it's better to fight back than not be able to do anything, right? When somebody's doing nasty stuff to your kids, okay, in your face, because it's gonna happen. But let me go back to guns. I'm getting too agitated already. All right, but like I say, body bag, yes, that's the answer. I I pray that I never have to use these guns. But you're not gonna sue me in fucking court after trying to, kill me and rape my family. It's not gonna happen. Uh, what trigger is in the SAR 9? Okay, so this SAR 9, like I said, it's not an expensive gun, but I like to get these guns and make it better. Okay, that's kind of like my thing. I just sit on the table and I don't know, might be OCD or what the fuck is it, but I'm killing stress with them. So that trigger is from this company, CY2, CYT Tactical. and it's no longer in business. Okay, but I did got the springs and internals and the 15-pound recoil spring. Obviously, you got a compensator, so you have to go lower in the spring because the gases are gonna go to the side, and it's not no, it's not gonna be enough gases to push that slide back. So you have to go, lower in the recoil spring. Okay. Okay, let me go here. Switches are pretty trash, but handy in certain situations. Yeah. Well, the only situation that they're gonna be handy is to have fun at the range, pretty much. Okay. You don't want to run out of freaking ammunition in less than 5 seconds, and maybe out of 30 rounds, don't hit. I mean, hit 0 rounds, miss all of them. Definitely make a home invader change their mind. Yes. Um, maybe any binary triggers. No, I cannot have binary triggers or um, super safe or FRT triggers because right now there's a law in Florida. It's called the I don't remember, but it's about the bond stocks. So every all those triggers they follow under that law. So I know it's federally legal, to own those, but in the state of Florida, as right now, they follow under that law. Till somebody get in the chop block, you know what I mean, and take this case to the court and win, and that law gets clarified, everybody's still fucked. And I don't want to be that guy that put my head or my neck in the chop block. Okay, I disagree that a switch on a base block are ever handy. You are a risk to yourself and all around you. Yeah, that's true. That's what I'm saying. It's for me. It's a wrench toy. All right, to have fun. Obviously, I would like to have an FRT on that um, MP5 platform, which is a Mac 5, right? Or the Chris Vector. Obviously these guns are fun to shoot in a kinda right. It's not an automatic platform, but kind of like an automatic fully auto version. Okay, but did I ever use full auto? No. I mean, even the military, it's more accurate to use one shot. Okay, unless you're shooting a 240 Lima or a 249 or so, you know, in from the tripod or the bipod. 100%. That's why I say certain situations, yes. I cannot answer that question, can't. But if you know how to use it, it can be deadly. Yes, yes. Mostly for all around you. Okay. Obviously, in a self defense situation, you want to target the person, the person, right, that is attacking you. Right? You don't want to target everybody around you. And in that situation, using a switch, I don't know. I don't know. If you have a switch on a base Glock, then you don't know how to use them. All right, everybody have a different opinion. My friend, what is the silver pistol in the top right? Top right. That one right there. That was one of my first pistol. That is old Canic TP9 SFX. That is actually the Canic that opened the door in the market for the rest of the mighty Canics in the market right now. Okay, that's kind of like the first Canic that came in the market and got everybody into the Canic. Yeah, for the SAR. SAR is an excellent gun. Very cheap. I prefer that gun over the Taurus any day. Not saying Taurus is bad. Not saying Taurus is good. It's a cheap gun. But it's not bad. It's not bad. The ergonomics, you get more for the money and more than the other cheap guns. You get good ergonomics from the grip. It's actually a reliable gun. I never have a problem with it. Um, the grip, you can change the thickness of the grip. Uh, and the back strap too. Like a fully 300 blackout with 15 rounds or more burst firing, it's deadly. I mean, I don't see. I mean, unless you get a freaking platoon going through your house, you know what I mean? But I don't see me putting this in birds. I mean, if I had the choice to put it in birds, I mean, birds is good. Birds is good. You get 3 rounds follow in the same in the same spot. So, but fully auto, that's another thing. Okay. But these AR-15s, with a good compensator, a good buffer spring, a good setup, they're not that you can manage the recoil on these guns, especially with the 5.53, 5.56, or 2 to 3. You know, it's not a big round. Where do you get the Magwell for the SAR? Yeah, like I say, the trigger, the Magwell, and the extension, I got it from CYT, but the guy went out of business, man. I don't know. He fucked up with the feds. I don't know, but he went out of business real quick. Slingshot pistols are smart for 100%, right? I'm not. Okay. Um, like I say, I'm not hating on switches. I'm not hating on FRTs or super safety. It's pretty fun for the range, But at the same time, fun for a couple of rounds, but it's a waste of ammunition too. You know, I don't see a lot of training value out of a switch or an FRT. It's pretty much to have fun. Yeah, I like to practice with a firearm, right? On pointing and shoot because most of the situations happen within 5-10 feet away. Okay, so everything happened in a microsecond, and I doubt that at that time that you're pulling your gun, trying to pull your gun faster than the other guy, you're looking for that red dot or putting those three pieces of metal, the sights, the atom sights together. Okay, you just point and shoot, and that's a good training. Every time I go to a range, I point and shoot to the torso, and then you can follow up to the head. No AR pistols. What do you mean? Right there. There's one right there. There's one right there. Remember, when I say this one is a idle precision lower, when I say idle precision, it's not everything idle precision, okay? It's whatever I decide to put in the gun. But the lower is idle precision. There you go. I think this one have a JP spring. Some of them have an H2 from Armor Spec. None of them have regular springs and buffer tubes. And buffers, obviously. They have a buffer too. Yeah. That's a 5 inches. That's a pistol. That's a AR 15 7.62 by 39. That's a pistol too, 7.5. Another 7.5 AR, and that one is a 5.56 and 2 to 3. Yeah. Then I have another pistol right here. This is a crank up 7.62 by 39. And another pistol right here. This one is a crease vector, 10 millimeters. I hope this thing works, man. I hope this thing works. Because I went for 10 millimeters because of the recoil on this gun. Okay, so I'm hoping this works for home defense, or at least this one, the 9 mil. That's another pistol, and then I have another pistol here, another PCC pistol configuration. This one is a CC Scorpion with the Nexus delayed blowback system. Okay, badass. These guys are badass. I upgrade so many parts on this gun that when I finish with the lower, I'm gonna have enough part to build another CC. Well, the factory CC where I start. You a Trump lover? No, I'm not a Trump lover. I vote for Trump, but not a lover. But yeah, I vote for Trump. We needed a change after the Sleepy Joe, the worst 4 years in United States. Everything went to shit. Yeah. So I bought for him. Yes, I did. Holy shit, your collection is sick. Well, I mean, obviously there's some guys that have better guns on YouTube. This is just my humble collection. I was finishing my coffee. Sorry about that. Yeah, if you go around, you're gonna see some guys that have better guns. Okay, but this is me here. This is me. Okay. Careless Vagabond. He said that he's a moron. We don't need to know that, man. Yeah, I thought though. So, okay, you should have two handguns built up the same way, two rifles built up the same way, two shotguns. Well, look, Sean, listen. I get it. I know where you're going to, but everybody, is different. You do you, I do me. Everybody do themselves. Okay. Everything else, spend on ammo. Well, obviously, not all the guns here I shoot them all the time. All right, that's the truth. I got preference on some guns, and that's what I take to the range. You know, but obviously, there's some guns already set for me that that's my preferred guns to shoot for home defense or concealed carry. Okay, but I make sure all of them work. Cool guy, cool fly. Goddamn, brother. All right, love you, Gonzara. Thanks for answering. No problem, bro. You know, that's what we're here for. Okay, that's why the gun community are for. Okay, to back up each other and help each other. What is the value in this room? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't even tried to put this together. Okay, see, bro, you're looking about 15, 20K. No, a little bit more, about 20K. Um, I checked like 5 years ago, and I have a little bit more, but it's okay. In guns alone, I got questions about a magazine extension from Taylor Freelance for my Rock Island Armory magazine, and it doesn't lock back on the last round. Is that okay? I mean, I don't really care about the locking to the rear on the last round. For me, I don't care. I do have to check on mine. Obviously, I'm not gonna touch it now, but I can check and get back with you. All right, but you can stretch that spring, stretch it out a little bit, and put it back in the magazine so it does more pressure to the follower, so the follower can't push that mag lock, not the mag lock, the slide lock. Okay, up. Okay, because let me see if I find one magazine. You probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't see an empty one around here. Not including attachment. Okay, gotcha. All this for only 20K. Okay. Hey guys, I think my wife is gluing my firearm. She denies it, but I'm sticking to my guns. Okay, careless button. I think you must be you, little man. Boy, to go to bed. I think. about what you said, and I was talking to him. Okay. Anyways, good guy. I was wrong. This probably twice as much. I really don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm gonna have to check on my guns. Unlock my book. Right now, I have a mess in this room because you know YouTube had this bullshit that you cannot touch the guns. But I do have pictures of all my guns in the back, the receipts and everything. So probably when I'm boring, I sit down and check all the receipts and see how much money I have in guns only. But even that, I will never get that money back. Okay. Night collections, armas. I don't know. You saying armas de verdad or armas de mierda, but whatever it is just is your opinion. PCC. Oh, okay. You're probably from Brazil, right? Magno Silva. Okay. Is that a low ball? Okay. No, no, no. Like I said, I don't know. I mean, I probably now I'm curious and check later how much is, but I don't like to brag about anything, bro. So whatever it is, whatever it is, how much I have, I don't know. Brota aquí en Waseiro del Norte Cusao. Okay. Uh, UIT, UYT, GHG, K7B said hi. What's going on, man? All right. I want to be the president of the United States. Oh man, the way we're going, any dumbass can be the president of the United States. Any fucking crackhead. Okay. We have a Sleepy Joe with his son doing cocaine and crack cocaine in the White House. Slap in the wrist, right? And his kid was fighting for his gun rights. And I think he got him back. But then it was you or me. You want to take our guns. Hypocrisy. We are stupid. We vote for these guys. We pay for their salary. And we got fucked. You know? I hope I just can't leave my maybe 30, 40 years left in this air. Have a good life before everything goes to shit. No, it's not a EAA. I'm sorry. Uh, no, that's either Estacado or Prodigy. No, 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 no. You're talking about that 2011? No, man. That is a cheap rock island, but that thing shoots like a expensive gun. Okay, I did some modifications. I did polish everything with a detail, not removing steel, but I did polish everything. I upgrade some parts on it. I did really put my brain on that gun for a while, so I have some videos on it. It's a 10 millimeters double stack, Rock Island, 1911. Yeah, and the silver one is a Kimber lightweight. None of them are really expensive, okay, but they're shooting good. Okay, what caliber? The FN right there. I gotta be looking on my phone, man, because yesterday I was talking by myself for like 20 minutes. I hit the mute button, and when I went down to the comments, I was way behind the comments. And when I went down to the comments, the guys were commenting. He probably talking about himself. Hey man, you're mute. Yeah, waste all the time talking about upgrades and all this shit. So I gotta be looking at my phone, make sure I don't do the same shit again. Remember to always lock down the barrel to check if your guns are loaded. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, let me go here. The caliber, the FN. There you go, man. So this one is a FM 509. This one is a mid-size. Okay, it comes with a 15 round mag. Yeah, I went with this one because it's more compact. Okay, you can always go longer. As you can see, I put a 24 round extended magazine from factory, no extensions, or I can still go for 15 rounds, carry size. Yeah, I got this gun as a carry for a while. It's an excellent gun. Okay, Russell Bart, line 47 say hi. How you doing, man? Welcome to my live stream. Remember, okay, I'm thinking of getting the Canic Method and C9 Prime. That's an excellent gun. Um, and the newer, obviously the old ones are good, but the newer are better. What do you think? Yeah, that's a yes. What's your EDC? My EDC as right now is the Glock 19. You know, I always try something else, and I've been trying for years to use something different. I'll deny the Glock, but that's my baby right there. Okay, obviously it's not gonna be with extended magazine. That's gonna be a carry, extra carry, but it's gonna be with a flush mag, a 15 round. Yeah, or the 48, the 48 M1s. This one is little, it's a little snappier than this one, but that feels so natural when I shoot her. Yeah, I'm trying to like my 19X bigger, but I think this is a better choice for carry. As right now, I put a compensator. I think it looks a little funky with that compensator, especially with the PMN guys doing a compensator for a 19X. They should know that that color doesn't match for shit, right? So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I try for a little bit. I do have another 17 barrel. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe I put the 19 here. I don't know. Or maybe I just put the track protector and leave it without compensator. Let's see. Let's see how I feel. Right? But the idea of having that gun is to have a short barrel, right? Or a medium sized barrel, slide, and a longer grip, right? And me putting a compensator is like having a 17. So that's why I don't feel too comfortable. Okay. John Wick, she set up. Okay, remember to always, what? Okay. No, I don't have a 250 Savage. Um, uh, Jovi Portillo 762. I don't have a 50, 250 Savage. Same, Diddy, nice one. Hatmaker, do you have the John Wick guns? I wish I had the John Wick guns. Remember to always look down the barrel to check if your guns are loaded. Look down the barrel. You're talking about from the front of the barrel? No. Okay. Do you have a Colt 45 revolver? No, I do not own any revolvers. And every time I go to a gun shop to purchase a revolver, I do walk out with something else. But I'm going to get one revolver. I promise. And I probably like it, I get more. But right now I don't have any. Okay. Did I shot a revolver before? Yes. I respect it. Diddy loves you. No, Diddy loves anybody. Diddy loves anybody, bro. Especially the lube, all that lube that he have. Remember to always look down the barrel. Man, I keep reading the same comment again and again. Good advice. Yes. Look down the barrel? No. Remember always to check your chamber. All right, not down the barrel. Check your chamber. Make sure there's no rounds chambered in your gun. All right, always clear your gun when you get to your house. Especially if you have kids around. Is that an HK MP5? No, it's like an HK, but and it's a 9 millimeters, but it costs $2,000 less. All right, that's a a Mac 5 military uh, military arms corporation or company, some shit like that. Hello, I'm from Brazil. The best revolver of war is Taurus 38 Model 889. Okay, okay, I'll take your word for it. Teach your kids gun safety and look into the barrel to make sure it's loaded. Do you have any P80 builds? No, I do not. Yeah, Clyde Frog. I mean, I don't want to go against anybody, but that's your opinion right there, brother. Smith and Wesson, yes, Smith and Wesson, MMP, excellent, excellent guns. I don't own any MMP, but it's in my list. It's in my list, okay. But they are excellent guns. The newer ones, okay, the newer ones. Yep. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. It takes just a couple of minutes. I'll say seconds. Okay. And if you're looking from a phone, just double tap that screen, so I can get some likes and what YouTube calls the freaking algorithm. Um, I don't know what that does, but they say that it give you more views. Whatever. We're trying here. If that helps, please help me out. Double tap the screen and subscribe. Okay. Subscribe, especially like I say, we're talking here. I feel like I'm talking directly with you guys, having a conversation. But the videos also is gonna show more in details, okay, of what is going on with these firearms. I think all of these guns right here, maybe a couple not, but most of the guns here, I have a gun review or just a video on how to build it or the upgrades that I did on them. Okay, so subscribe so you can get the notifications and get to see my videos. Okay, I've been doing videos for a while. It's hard to keep up, but I try my best. You know, Clyde is a typical person that can't get one legally. Clyde. Oh, oh, okay. Do you own any 198 AS? No, no. 11S? No. Nah, actually, okay. That's you guys. Just enjoy building guns. Yes, I do the same thing, brother. So, it's not the same, spending $2,000 in a rifle and just take it out of the box and just go shoot it. Then have fun building it yourself, right? Putting the trust in what you build, and sometimes that doesn't work, so you have to do your adjustments and get it there. And once you get it there, man, you feel so proud about your first build or number 10 build, doesn't matter. Okay. um it's just like either it's just like cars, guys that like cars, they like to do the upgrades in the engine or put the turbochargers or the superchargers. It's not the same getting a Hellcat than getting a 5.7 and supercharge it, and change the internals to the engine to support that supercharger, and when you do so, you're proud of your build, all right? Same thing with these ARs, it's not much, I think anybody can do this, but it's actually more benefits, okay, on it, okay, than just buying a AR, unless you buy something like a Daniel Defense or a 6 hour rattle or something expensive, that is good to go. But you can actually build something good without breaking the bank. Okay, especially if you order the low receiver, receive it as orders. You can build whatever you want, and you can have all up to 100 or more than 100 upper receivers for that one lower. And the beauty about the ARs, right, is that lower say multi-cal. You can build 300, 7.62 by 39, 9 millimeters, 22, 50 Beowulf. Yeah, you mentioned. Yeah. Um, okay. Facts. Diddy. Diddy loves me. Okay. Uh, Yesimo Hamed 795. Say what the fuck? Okay. Guess maybe that's good. Do you build that MP5? No, I didn't. I didn't. Um, I am doing the upgrades on it. Okay. And I wish the laws here in Florida change pretty soon to get an FRT lower. I want to get an FRT lower, but the one that comes set up to accept AR-15 um, grips. Okay. Uh, I did some modifications already. I went ahead and bought that 1913 Picatinny rail to mount it in the top, right? But I'm not gonna even use the gun with that mount. I already ordered a UTG handguard that runs all the way in the top. It's gonna be a 1913 from the end of the handguard to the rear. The top is gonna be M-lock and the sides too. Okay, and I am getting a suppressor on January for it. Here in the back, I put a 1913 Midwest backplate, and I drop. I was gonna buy the one that folds to both sides, but I don't need that one, so I got a $10-20 cheaper one, which is the Strike Industries foldable stabilizing brace, and I'm gonna get the cheek rest that goes in those two holes right there to add it to it, and that's about it. That's about it. Okay. Then I'm taking it to the wrench. I already bought the gotch already. Oh, I checked the ball gap because I hear that that's a thing on these setups right here. But she's on 0.35, so she's good. It's supposed to be from 0.25 to 0.45, so she's in 35 right now. So she's right there in the center. She's good. So skate, I already adjust those magazines, polish the lips. The bolt were dragging a little bit on the lips on the magazines. Um, so I did the adjustments. That round is going smooth in the chamber. So all I have left now is to fire the gun. Yeah, and I haven't fired yet because recently had a total knee replacement. So, but I'm feeling well right now, better. So there's a possibility that next week we'll be going to the range and get to shoot that bad boy right there, and this one, the Chris Beck. All right. Okay. Yeah. That's right. That's right, Clyde. That's the thing right there. So I was already tracking that. That's why I got my tool right there. Actually, I got it yesterday. I stopped by O'Reilly's. That's to measure spark plugs and all that shit. So I'm glad that it's good. But I was ready to do the upgrades. Get the rollers and all that shit. Yeah. Well, you're a man, man. You know what you're doing. Yeah. Uh, hey man, salaries, good, Yes. Me and the boys to see SSA. I know. Okay. All right. Cool. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. Yep. I mean, this is my humble collection. Obviously, Clyde and you guys. Um, I still have a lot left. I was gonna put a chassis on that 308, but that rifle is good too for 300 meters, 400 meters max. It's not that good. It's not bad. I got that for less than $400. That's a Mossberg Patriot Predator. But I don't want to spend, a setup of $700 just, you know, in the chassis. Even if the rifle is not that expensive, it was very accurate and good. I would do it. Why not? It's not about the price. It's about the quality, but it doesn't deserve it. So I probably get me one of those Tika or other better rifle with a heavy barrel and build something better. Yeah, I want to build the rifle. Yeah, as much as I can build a rifle. I don't want to. I don't want to buy another bolt action. I love to build an F55, but damn, even the part kits are expensive. Yeah, they're expensive. They're expensive. The part kits are like over $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Super expensive. Super expensive. Yeah, but that's to have fun. Obviously, I'm not gonna put that will be thousands of rounds through it. I'll make sure that shit shoots good. Um, Obviously, I don't want to burn the gun and have to replace all the rollers again, and you know um, have to change the barrel again. So I want to make sure she works. And practice a little bit, but not go ridiculously. Thousands of rounds through her. But I'm probably gonna do some upgrades. But the thing about doing upgrades, right? I don't feel comfortable. If I change a part, I don't feel comfortable using that gun as home defense or rely on that gun till I take it back to the range and test it again. And that makes sense. Yeah. Like that Glock 19 over there. It's a fun shoot. I mean, it's a pistol. I'm not gonna say that it's great, but you know. But I put the PMM compensator, and I cannot have it as a nightstand or carry till I actually shoot the gun. I make sure that nothing changed on it. What's the best holster for MMP 2.0 full size? Brother, you have to look it up. There's a bunch of competition out there on holsters. Okay, bunch of competition, a lot of competition. Um, yeah, you should last you a long time. But I need to get the rollers after. Yeah, that's what I heard. After several rounds, I need to get new rollers. I'm gonna get a couple of parts, from the HK, because all the parts from the HK will fit this gun. I already checked before I made the purchase, right? So let's see, let's see. 308 caliber. Hmm. Yeah, yes, I have noticed. That chrome pistol is crazy. Um, this one, that's my wife's pistol. It was black, and I polished it, came out pretty good. That's a Millennium G2. It's not an expensive gun, but actually, now for uh, she deserved better. So now for St. Valentine's slash birthday, I'm gonna get her a 43X. It's gonna be pink with how you call that shit? It's kind of like some sparkles in the paint. Yeah, very girly. gun. So I'm gonna get her one and put a red dot side and make sure she's happy. Yeah, we're talking about the chrome ones here. That's a 40 Smith and Wesson P320. Um, I like Danger, so I haven't sent that back. That's an old P320. I have sent that back for the upgrade. So, but I'm gonna send her back and then put the safety. I put the safety on my ex carry, to make sure she don't shoot me in the new leg and my new knee. And then 6 hour P229 is also kind of like a build. All right, I changed a lot of parts on that gun, and it's a 357 Sig. I love that round. 357 Sig. That's a badass round. I bought a C7 for 57 about a year ago in 22 mag. They finally made more. I pick one up. Then it's an Uncle rifle. Yeah. I don't own a 22, but I want to go get an LR. And I'm looking for, since it's not that expensive in the 22 caliber, an actual HK MP5 22. But I want to get the 16 barrel, the 16-inch barrel. It comes with a boss stock and everything ready to go. So pretty much I'll probably put some no scope, maybe a red dot side with some magnification, you know, and use that mount so I don't get to waste that mount since I'm doing the other configuration on it. But I got my head, that is stuck in my head already, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So it's not that expensive, I can find that like 550s to 650. The HK MP5 and 22 LR, and that actually for if I wanted to suppress that round, that blinkers should be good, you know. And hopefully, uh, someday, some close day, they fix that shit about the FRTs. Because I mean, obviously, I don't want to use the FRT for kind of like a home defense situation or self defense situation. But obviously, we all want to have fun. We all want to have fun with these firearms. It's not fully auto, but you get more rapid fire. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that FRT in a 22 is very controllable. Okay, it's better controllable, especially in a MP5 configuration. Because they don't have a lot of recoil with a freaking suppressor. I don't know, all those beats at the same time. It's little. And 22 LR has some deadly rounds too. They're small, but there's some rounds out there that they are like good to go for self defense. If I could pick one ADC, the same one that I always pick, that right there. It doesn't have any modifications inside. Bone stock. Yeah. I don't believe in get a lightweight trigger and a compensated gun and a gun that have a lot of modifications as a everyday carry. Okay, I trust that gun. So 19 MOS. That's my go gun. Okay, even if I don't get to get one, it's gonna be the one. And my 48. Some days I get my 48. Depends the clothing that I'm using. Okay, if I don't want to print too much, then I use that one. It's slimmer. Yeah. Yep. I want to suppress the 300 blackout too. Um, it's a pretty good round for home defense. That 300 blackout is nice. It's not nice as a value, right? I didn't put a lot of money to build that gun, but it's accurate. It's accurate and it's reliable. That's what really matters. So, but I would like to suppress that one, that round. Yeah, but coming in January, obviously, a bunch of people talking in the media that they don't care about the $200. That they care about that the item being removed of the NFA, and I 100% agree with that. But $200 is $200. Yeah, and I work hard to earn my money. Yeah, a G19 is a great pistol. Um, yeah, but I don't know about that compensator right there, man. Yeah, I think I hesitate too much. And actually, I don't know why PMM doesn't get too closer on the collar. Look a little funky, you know what I mean? I don't know why they don't get a little closer if they know that that's gonna be matching the 19X, you know. But it's fine. Anyways, I don't know. I kind of don't like the setup. Um, it looks long, and the idea of the 19X, is to have a short slide with a longer grip. So now it looks like a 17, pretty much. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. Let me try. Maybe I like it. Maybe I'm not. But as right now, even I prefer my 19 over that. What do you think about the Glock 45 for EDC? Well, I mean, 45 MOS, right? Obviously, if you're gonna get a 45, just make sure you got an MOS with the optic cut already. 45 on 19 is the same. On the 19X is the same crap. All right. The only thing is that the 19X have the maritime cups on the striker on the fire pin, and this one have that little lip right there on the grip that the 45 doesn't have. Okay, but even that, I'm thinking about removing that so I can use a magwell on it. I know they make magwells for the 19X in a specific, but it's actually more availability for the 45. But it's the same crap. 19X and 45. It's the same size pistol but different color. Yes. So excellent gun. 45. I want to get that's my boy favorite gun right there. Bobby Dynamite. He liked the 45. He always talk about the 45. It's an excellent gun. All over, all around. Yes, sir. You got the full grip with the 19 slide. Only difference between the 19 and yours is I have nice size and crimson trace. Okay. That sorry. That is the SCS, I guess, the Holosun. Um, Obviously, no, I can't touch my guns right now. But if you see how close is that window of the Grindel side from the slide? Yeah. So you can actually use the factory size or lower size. You don't have to use suppressor side to go witness the sides. And then that one is solar. Believe it or not, since I bought this gun, I already recharged that one time. One time. Yeah, and haven't died. I got me a Holosun PIDK. That's the mini, the new Holosun. The PID is excellent. Yeah, You can use CR CR1 to 3 batteries, but it comes with rechargeable battery, and it recharges with a USB cable, USB 1 or 2, some shit like that. The new iPhone type. Yeah, but I don't use. This is for demonstrations only purposes. You see all the extended, um, just for the picture. But I use a flush magazine, a 17, a 15 round magazine on it when I carry the gun. Unless I use in now in winter that you're using more sweaters or jacket, so you don't print if you're using an extended. Even with that, that's kind of like the same length as the 17, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, the 45, like I say, it's a 19x. It's a 19x, and the only difference is the maritime cups, and you can get that pretty cheap and install that shit in like less than 5 minutes. Yep, yep. Um, I used to run a 17 because I put a Griffin barrel, thread barrel on the 17, and then I got the regular 17 barrel, and you can put that barrel on the 19. So it should outside a little bit like an inch, but you get you get the more accuracy and long barrel of the 17 on the 19. Yeah, you can use the 17 on the 19. Yep. Shit. All right. Clyde Frog asked me what is my favorite gun. My favorite gun is the SP01. Okay, it doesn't have to be the one with red side and a bunch of shit on it. That's my favorite gun. Just like it is right now. No red side, no nothing. Just iron sights. I love it. I love it. I love the CCSP01. Yeah, actually, I like it more than the Child 2. Even the Child 2 is a better shooting gun. Yep. All right, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe. Um, you know, and support the gun community. I always go around support all the guys that are trying to do some good and doing some videos and showing the modifications. John Folks. I prefer if these guys are doing that in the street, in the gangs and selling drugs. At least when they're doing this, they are abiding citizens and their records are clean. Because if not, they won't last a day on YouTube. Obviously, ATF is monitoring everything around. For war, hopefully not, man. You know. But this right here, believe it or not, make us stronger. Okay, because somebody's starting to take. Well, obviously, we have the most powerful army and military in the whole world, I believe, right? But if they get in the United States, man, they still gotta go over the veterans and the people in the streets, man. And I'm telling you, some of the civilians have better training than even the police. Okay, because the police, have a budget and they get to train, once a while. Civilians, man, they don't have no limits. You know, they go to a range whenever they want. They go to the competitions. Yeah, so there's a lot of people armed in the streets. So it's not just taking over the military; it's taking over the citizens of the United States. That's gonna be hard as fuck. Yeah, I hear a person came to the United States. Well, I saw the news um, on vacations, and he started shooting ARs and rifles. Had some fun at the range and posted on his social media. and went back to UK and got arrested. Man, that's when you know that you're fucked, man. That's when you know you're fucked, really fucked. Yeah, that you cannot even do that. My favorite budget light. Um, Obviously, you can find you can well the TLR ones, man. They're getting expensive. They used to be like 125, something like that. Even less sometimes. Now they're almost $200. Everything's going up. But for mid-size firearms, I mean, I'm not hating. Even on all light, I do have some all lights. I that had the light stick. This one have 1,000 lumens. Yeah, obviously short fire, but I don't like the switches on the short fire. This one is the turbo, and I have the X300. Um, they're very powerful, but I don't like the freaking switches on this light right here. Okay, but the PID is a shit for me, and TLR from Straight Light, they're excellent switches. Actually, this type of lights, the TLRs, they come now with two on setup of switches. They come with that high switch, and then you see the lower switch right there. Yeah, so you can change that in a couple of minutes, whatever you like. But the PID is good. You can get that light right now. They have like 14% off on Optic Planet, and it's like 90 something dollars. That light was over $100, and I'm telling you, I have a review on this light, um, and it's more powerful than the TLR one. Yes, sir, it's more powerful, and I tested myself. So actually, it has a magnetic connection in the bottom, so you can recharge the light overnight. If you put it on your nightstand, right? So you pick up that gun, the cable is gonna fall automatically, and it's gonna be fully charged. All right. Even if the light dies, you can remove the cap. It's not like some rechargeable lights that you cannot remove the battery. You can remove the battery in this one, okay? And it will accept CR123 batteries, regular, non-rechargeable. But if you want to be more smarter, you can go on eBay and buy the same battery, you know, like three, four, five of those batteries with a charger, external charger, and have them all charged just like a regular non-rechargeable batteries. Yeah, I I try to get all my lights, the CR123s, even the ones that are a little different, extra batteries. I make sure the CR123s because they're expensive. Um, at least I got a pair extra per gun, um, rechargeable batteries. Yeah, I know, man. The TLR one, I don't know how they got that expensive. But when I bought mine, it was like 129, some shit like that. Even I saw it at some point cheaper than that. But you're not gonna get it wrong with the Holosun PID. Yeah, this one is the 1,000 lumens, and actually has a setup for 1,500. You can use it in 500 lumens or 1,000 lumens if you wanna, use it around the house. You don't have to. You don't have to go for 1,000 lumens. 500 lumens is very powerful for inside the house. Now, if you want to, for outdoors and all that shit, you can set it up for 1,000 lumens. So 500 lumens, you get more running time. Yeah. But even that, for small pistols, this one right here, this boy right here, you can get it right now maybe for $120. Sometimes I think I pay 100 for mine. Um, yeah, and that one is a PIDK. I do have a review on it on my page. Yeah, and if you have a holster and you want to adjust that light for the holster that you already have for another type of light, all you have to get a all you have to do is get a heat gun, right? Heat up the holster. All right, eBay. YouTube. I'm not touching a gun. This is just a holster. So let's say you want to change this TLR7 for that light right there that is similar. All you have to do is heat it up right here a little bit, and this one, the Kydex ones, are gonna get a little soft. So you just insert the gun, right? Take two pieces of foam, make pressure against each other, or sit down on the top, and then we'll take the form of the new light. There you go. That's just an idea. Yeah, I do make my holsters for all my guns. I didn't do that one, but all the holsters for all my guns, like this one, I make myself. This one have a protection for the optic. Crimson trays are not that bad. It depends which ones are. Okay. This crimson trace right there. That one was on my SAR 9 for a while, and I decided to upgrade. But if you upgrade for that light right there, man, you're not gonna regret. I'm telling you, you're not gonna regret. That's an excellent light for the money. And with the 14%, you can get it for 80 something dollars. And anything on an Optic Planet for over $50, which the light is already over $50, you're gonna get free shipping. Yeah, these guys from Optic Planet are pretty good. And also, you can check out the other website that I like to purchase too. It's called Euro Optics. Euro Optics on Optic Planet. Okay, when you want to buy something like a Holosun or you know something that is mid price on the budget, but you don't want to go on eBay because sometimes these Chinese replicas, they are exactly the same, and they will charge you as the original. Yeah, I make them out of Kydex sheets. Yeah, I just purchased all the screws and washers and the belt clips, and it's not bad. It's easy. I also made a press. One of these days I'm gonna show you is behind that table right there. I had to put a table in the room. This is not my regular setup. Always have just the bench over there and that stainless steel at the end to clean the guns, and all this is empty. But for live streams, I can't touch the guns. So um, in the future, I'm gonna be doing that wall, redoing that wall with hangers, and put it in the wall. Even if I leave the house, I have to put them back in the safe. But at least I have more space and I can show the guns, all of them, in one row right there. Yeah, but it's not hard, bro. It's not hard. It's not hard. I think one of these days I'm gonna make a video on how to do the press and how to do the holsters too. Yeah. All right, guys. I think I'm going to night. Okay, I'm gonna get my meds and stretch a little bit and go to bed. I guess my wife is waiting for me, and I've been a little while here already. So, thanks for all you guys that are connected right now, right? For your support. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Show some support. Uh, Hope you guys stay safe out there. If you have a gun, please carry all the time. Hoping that you never have to use it, but you never know if you always ever gonna use it. Okay, hoping you never gonna use it against another human being, but you never know when you need it, because if only you know when you need it, only that time will you be carrying. Okay, and I always carry even to check my mail. Okay, the things are crazy. Child adoption, things are crazy out there. All right. Once you cross that door, it's a jungle. It's a jungle. And if you don't know that at this point, I don't know where you've been living on during these days, or you don't live in United States. Okay. So stay strapped, and hopefully, you guys stay safe. See you guys in the next video. Please subscribe. Make sure you follow up my channel. I don't have other medias. I have what is it called? There's another media right now for guns. I'm not just subscribed to that, and I start loading one video. It takes a while just to load the videos, but what is it? Grumble or some shit like that. I don't remember right now. But this is my main media right here where I like to share with all you guys. So like I said, subscribe. Hopefully you get the notifications and you follow all my videos. If not, hopefully I see you on my next live stream, which might be tomorrow from 7 to 9, somewhere around there. I like to connect sometimes from 2 to 4, but tomorrow is Saturday, and I probably go out, with my wife to get some stuff for the kids and the grandkids for Christmas. All right, guys. You guys have a good night.